Attention pro athletes. Want to secure your financial legacy and thrive off the field? Oakbridge Wealth Management, led by wealth manager Chris Anicetti, is your dedicated financial planning ally. But don't take it from me. Take it from the Dallas Cowboys' Tyler Biadasz. He says, Chris set goals financially and has been incredibly impactful in my journey in the NFL. Experience our customized, comprehensive approach, trusted by top NFL players. Don't leave your financial success to chance. Connect with Chris on Instagram at OakbridgeWM_Anicetti. That's OakbridgeWM_ANICETE, and let Oakbridge Wealth Management guide you across the goal line.
First sheet again, big opening, pass 5, pass 10, Perko to man, and he goes all the way to the 15-yard line. 17 yards out the territory.
Welcome back to Believe in Badgers on the Believe Network, presented by BetOnline.ag and Oakbridge Wealth Management. Once again, I'm Matt Perkins, joined, as always, by Badger legend, the Hebrew Hammer himself, Matt Bernstein. Bernie, how are we doing today?
Dude, we're bowl eligible.
We are bowl eligible, and fingers crossed, all the projections that came in today, Bernie, you said, do you know what bowl they said that we're going to go to? I say we like.
I haven't seen, but I would love for it to be the Alamo Bowl.
The Music City Bowl, baby, right here in my hometown of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, for you, that's great. I want them to always go to the Pinstripe Bowl, although it's a terrible bowl, because I can literally just walk there.
Bernie, we're gonna get you down here somehow. If it's the Music City Bowl, it'll be wonderful. We will have the best time. Don't shake your head at me like this. I will convince you somehow.
It's not me, bro. It ain't me.
I will convince the powers that be that it is a great idea for a family trip. Until the next family trip, though, for the Bernstein family, for my family, for anyone else's family, want to remind the good folks who are tuning in around the world, throughout the galaxy, that we are presented by BetOnline.ag, where they continue to be your number one source for all of your online sports wagering needs. You name it, they've got it over there at BetOnline. Head on over to the website, use your mobile device to sign up today and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit with our promo code BELIEVE. That's BLEAV, BetOnline, where the game starts. Monday morning fullback, you know what that means. We are going to start with the good, the bad, and the ugly from the weekend. Bernie, there was a lot more good this weekend than there was in a while, but I'm not going to lie. I'm going to start out with my bad. It didn't start out that way. Those first two drives on defense, I thought we were in for a spanking. I was very concerned.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, we haven't started fast pretty much all year outside of Purdue game. Like, we don't score points in the first quarter. It's like I'm watching the same team on Saturday and then Sunday. Doesn't make sense to me. But no, I think that's my ugly, actually. Listen, we had a come from behind victory in overtime in a season that has been very difficult for a lot of people. My ugly is that we gave up 14 points in the first two drives. I'm just confused by these things, right? Like, you can't feel your way into the game. We always said set your pads before the game. So when you are play one, maybe play one, but not the whole quarter. We didn't score until the second quarter, midway through. You know, like I hate fighting from behind. And honestly, like against a Nebraska, you could do that. They played very hard, but against a Minnesota, against better teams, can't do that. Listen, we're bowl eligible. I'm all over the board today, but I'm just thrilled. One, I had the best time. I am still suffering Monday morning fullback. If we did this Friday morning this week, I would be suffering. Man, it was fun to hang out with you. It was amazing everything was great. And I love watching overtime. You know, you don't see it a lot and it's so exciting. And the fact that we won, come on, man, we're going to a bowl game. Music City would be great. I remember, you know, outside of staying like 45 minutes away from downtown, in the Gaylord, now it's not that hotel, but the Gaylord
Opryland. It still is.
It still is?
Yeah.
Dude, that place is like 500,000 miles long of hotel.
Yes, it is. It is
okay.
Freaking enormous.
So if we're gonna go ugly right off the bat, it's that we went down 14 points.
Yep.
Everything else we did much better in, Matthew.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I would agree. I still
We
think,
had less penalties. We had no turnovers.
yeah, the no turnovers was a big thing for me, because if there had been turnovers, this game could have gotten away, or could have gotten out of hand pretty quick.
What? Totally.
So
We didn't. We did enough to win. I still think we're not playing as well as we all could be collectively,
or need to, frankly.
But listen, it seems to be that type of season, So we're going to get to a bowl. We're going to have more practice. You're going to find. I think what's good about it is the coaches are going to figure out the dudes that want to be there.
Yep.
I want to talk. I think we should talk about speculation about things that we might be hearing going forward.
Yeah, let's do it.
Does Braelon stay?
I think if I was advising him, I would tell him to go. I still
to the NFL or to a different team.
To the NFL. The NFL.
Interesting.
I don't know. What would you tell him? So like, what have we heard though from so many running backs that we have talked to in the last couple of years, right?
So
like,
what I would tell him is, I would like to have a nice conversations, and I would ask him, do you feel like this offense is your best place for you to be? Yes or no? No? Good. You should leave. I actually think he's proven that he can catch the ball. He's proven that he can run in different ways. It might not be his most comfortable, but I don't want him to leave. But if this is the offense we're running, which we are going to do, maybe he would be better off in the NFL. Now there's a lot of other things to think about.
Well, for me, it's just an injury. It's just an injury factor with running backs, and you see how short careers are. And now to be fair, like if you're not going to be drafted in the first maybe 2 or 3 rounds, right? The NIL deals that you are going to get at Wisconsin may actually be
that's what I was
equivalent in salary and stuff like that. So that's
I was going to say, you look at it with maybe Chris, who's your financial Oak
Bridge wealth management, baby.
My brain is off so much. By the way, the best thing that happened to me on Saturday was eating with you and Chris at Mickey's and patting my stomach for about the 40 beers I drank throughout the whole day. I won't even tell people what you and I did.
And the Eagle Rare we shared.
We were the first people tailgating at 10 o'clock in the morning on Regent.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
But I'm being serious. As I joke, I'd call whoever my private wealth guy is or whoever my deal manager is, and I'd be like, hey, dude, guys, give me the best case scenarios. I go to the NFL and I'm drafting the 5th round. Just give me best and worst. I'm drafting the 2nd round. I'm drafting the 1st round. I'm drafting the 3rd round. What's my money look like? They should all know this.
Yeah.
If I stay next year, what's my capital there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's my best option?
Yep.
And I would do it. And then I would even say, what's my best option if Alabama wants me?
Yeah.
Or just another team that runs a different offense. I don't know. I would give it a look. I don't want him to leave because I think he's a leader amongst, on our team. But at the same time, like, I was all for dudes staying 4 or 5 years. But now I'm all for guys having success and then going to the NFL. But that was pre-making money. So now it's all about the money and pre-NIL. I just don't know. It's a weird place, a weird year. I don't know what's in Braelon's head. I can't begin to think what's going on. So I would just say, where do you feel more comfortable? Do you want to go to the NFL or do you want to stay with the Badgers? But I would still advise people to go get that money, though.
Yeah, go get that money. I would say, well, here's the thing. If we're going to stick on this case for just a second longer, like, he's not going to. Maybe he gets more NIL money at other places, but from being from the state of Wisconsin, already having some deals in place within the state of Wisconsin, like, I don't know if there's more NIL money available, especially as I think the market is going to stabilize a little more. I think we saw a huge spike in these first couple of years, right? People just throwing cash around. I think we are going to see like a stabilization of the market. I don't know how much more you can get at a Alabama or Georgia. It might be more. There might be, certain things you can get more of, but I would think that the sort of natural hometownness of the Wisconsin NIL deals and things like that would be something that could at least sort of level the playing field a little bit. Anyhow, let's hop back into this game for a minute. And let's go to bed.
Because there's a lot of good. Let's go to bed.
There's I would say, the Hunter Wooler injury
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, he looks like he's going
That's
to be able to
actually
play.
that's ugly.
Yeah,
Actually, I forgot about that.
yeah. I think
That was really bad.
that's all
I
for
hate
me.
what
And then
I mean.
and then tackling. I actually thought there were
Well,
a lot of missed tackles. There was a lot of missed tackles
we're
in the game.
making QBs look like they're speed demons out
Mhm.
there. Like the best running back ever is their people's QBs. I think I think our tackling is really not been great this whole year. We're seeing consistency in the same things.
Mhm.
The run game we cannot stop.
No.
They had almost 200 yards of rushing. That is a lot of rushing yards against a defense that usually doesn't give up that many. They average almost 5 yards a carry?
Yep.
More?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, that's not good.
No, it's not.
They averaged 4.9, so 5. I was close. We averaged 3.9. It's not horrible. It's not good. Off of also the same amount of attempts. So they had 195 on 40. We had 156 on 40. Like, that's not good. I do like that we only had 4 penalties.
Mm-hmm.
No turnovers. These are all good things. But still, it's not good. Third down, 7 for 15 is not that bad either. But it's not that good.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it also, like, they were outgained. They only gained 310 yards of total offense. 2023 in college football.
We're outgained by 50 yards.
Yeah, but only having 310 yards in a college football game in 2023 doesn't cut it anymore. Like, it just simply doesn't.
I know, but also our expectation is that we should be having way more. But again, when you factor in that we don't stay on the field on offense and we don't get the other team off the field on defense, it's hard to get more yards when you don't have plays to get more yards.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that, but I feel like there also needs to be, like, I feel like this running game is tough to watch, and that is, not converting on some of these third downs. I mean, they were actually 7 for 15 in this game, so, like, better than we've seen, but still, like, it felt like there were a couple short ones that they really should have gotten and got stuffed. And, like, there's still something going on. There's snaps still were not great in this game, and I don't know. I feel like the offensive line is going to need to be. I think the offensive and defensive lines are the two units we're probably going to need to be most. I don't want to say overhauled, but improved if this team is going to make real strides in the right direction, because it. We've talked to people who say it feels like they have 5 right tackles. And, I feel like, for some of the benefits, speaking of right tackles, Riley Ballman, I thought, was the best offensive lineman on the game. He had a really nice block on Braelon's first touchdown. But, I feel like that they need to get nastier. Like, they need to start punishing people more. And it's, it was, I don't know, there's just not a lot of punch, not a lot of push at times, and that is a combination of a timing thing, a scheme thing, a lot of things. Attention athletes, do you want a frictionless and tailored financial planning experience to secure your future? Well, look no further. Introducing Oak Bridge Wealth Management, the premier financial planning firm for professional athletes. Led by wealth manager Chris Anicetti, our team provides a unique and comprehensive approach, ensuring your financial success both on and off the field. We understand the unique challenges you face as a professional athlete, from managing cash flow habits to planning major business purchases and navigating complex contracts. That's why we've developed a proven process, working closely with our strategic partners to provide seamless solutions for your unique financial journey. Our services evolve with your career, offering short, mid, and long-term goal setting, portfolio optimization, real estate investments, and more. As you transition to life beyond the field, we support you with career development and philanthropic ventures. But don't just take our word for it. Top NFL players like Chase Boulier, Tyler Biadasz, Alec Ingold, and more trust Oak Bridge Wealth Management to guide them towards financial success. Troy Dye of the Minnesota Vikings says, "I really love the work that Chris and the rest of the Oak Bridge group do. I especially like the honesty and transparency when it comes to setting up financial goals and plans that best fit my needs and situation. It's time to elevate your financial game plan. Connect with Chris on Instagram at OakBridgeWM_Anicetti That's Oakbridge, WM_ANICETE, and join the winning team. Let's transition back to the good, Bernie. I haven't gotten to talk about any good things really yet. One of the good things for me, speaking of running game though, a little bit more pistol. I think we saw about 5 or 6 snaps out of the pistol. I love the pistol, Burn. One of my, I hope we incorporate that into the office a little bit more going forward. Also running Kenna Mordecai with his legs, making a couple really big plays with his legs. So what else did you like from Saturday evening at the camp?
I mean, I loved that we got the ball in overtime and scored right away.
Yes.
I mean, that is great. I love that we scored in a lot of quarters. We had points in quarters, not the first one. And that we held them to 3 total points in the second half. So it's just we're just a weird team, man. We're like sleeping in the first quarter, and then we come out of nowhere and play. I mean, our defense, let up a lot of yards, but only let up 17 points. So, I like that. I think you saw a lot of the defensive guys moving around. I mean, yes, tackling's been an issue, but it's been an issue the whole year. So, it's not worth having and hawing about the same things. But I thought our D-line movement was better. We got some blitzes to come home. We had some guys I maybe didn't recognize playing, and I thought that was great.
Yeah,
we seemed to have
a lot
more dudes in there.
A lot of Quincy Burrows.
A
fair bit of Vinny Anthony. Vinny Anthony, huge catch in that overtime. To move the chains. That was a massive one. And then Jackson Aker looked great, man. Like Jackson Aker was, that touchdown catch was a thing of beauty. And he was running hard again, like not getting a ton of push from the offense.
What he was doing really well?
What's that?
Pass blocking.
Oh, okay. I did not see. I didn't notice that as much.
Listen, I'm telling you, he is the Mr. Utility guy. Like, I really like his game. I just think his game is not a running back every single play or outside the numbers. However, they left him alone. He caught a beautiful pass. I love that for him. Pass blocking to me was pretty good. And listen, I think he's a good compliment when Braelon is there, right? Like when Braelon needs a break, you throw him in. But yeah, dude, the offense, listen, it was doing better to me than we've seen. I just don't like that we can't score more than 21 points.
Yeah.
Not counting overtime, but like we really can't do it. And to me, that's stressful, right? Like, I don't want to be in a fist fight with Nebraska. Like, this is a team we should, destroy. So, like, I guess now I am coming out. This is where I shouldn't be, though, right? Like, we've talked about this a bunch of people. Expectations were probably way too high. So, like, we got to all come down, including me, and just say, hey, listen, this is a rebuilding year. We said it was retooling, but I want to switch my tone to, I think it's, like, we got a lot of things we got to figure out in the offseason. But I'm still ecstatic that we have another month for the seniors to play. We still have Minnesota coming up, but we have bowl game. You get presents. You get to travel. It's all these exciting things. You get to go off on bowl games are fun. If you win a bowl game, you're going off on a high note. Like, it's great. It's more practice. It's more time for the coaches to be there.
That's huge as far as I'm concerned, is that more practice. Also, because, like, for better or worse, during those practices, if guys are going to hit the portal, they've already gone to the portal. So the guys at the practice are the guys are going to be there, pretty much, right?
Right, and also you're going to get guys more reps. We're not preparing for a game this week. We're preparing for a game in a month. So you have a nice amount of time to get people reps. That's what you need, right? You need full speed reps to get better. Yeah. That's what spring ball is all about.
Yeah.
But I'm interested, man. I mean, listen, Minnesota coming up is going to be that's going to be a hard game. Can I
get 2 more good things from this week before we move on to the Axe? First of all, good thing, crowd was into it. Crowd was bumping. Great atmosphere for a lot of high priority recruits on campus this weekend. Fantastic atmosphere. I mean, how great is that? Overtime win in the camp. I thought that was that's a big thing, man. Like, I think that the atmosphere was really good all around. And I think the other great thing, like you said, Bern, getting to see you, buddy. Getting to see you. Getting to see Dave Foff, our friend. Getting to see Alec James, a couple other guys. It was wonderful. It's always wonderful to be in and around the facility, and it's special.
I walked into Tornado Room.
Mm-hmm.
Cecil Martin was there. So we broed out for like 30 minutes. It was great. It's just great. You see dudes everywhere. I spent 2 days with Klink, which I love. I saw Zalewski. I spent a ton of time with him. It's like, it's just all these good things. Kleber, Derek Engler. Man, there's nothing like I had pregame passes to just walk around and hug every single person that which takes me 4 hours to get around the stadium.
Dude, you're the mayor.
Dude, I love everyone there. Like, Madison is my happy place. I think it's the best, especially being in Camp Randall on a night game.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. You gotta be. Oh, Bollinger, Azar Brooks. Man. I was living my best life. Oh, I saw Jay Wando, but that's no surprise. I saw him twice. Who else did I see? I mean, the game was great. Like, we talk about bad and ugly, but really, you're going to have bad and ugly in a football game. Like, it just happens. But I love that these guys bounced back. I love that I always get this word wrong.
Adversity,
the perseverance,
the grit, dude. There was some grit, because if you think about it, 14 points,
special.
2 touchdowns, first 4 drives. They don't allow another point until the game time field goal right at the end. Like, and that's with Wisconsin, not the offense, not moving the ball necessarily. Like, we need.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the perseverance.
There was a lot of grit, man. That was I think Colin Wilder would be proud. That is a grit factory victory right there.
Yeah, totally. I saw Chris Marigolds. Sorry, Marigolds is the place to eat. Bo Allen.
Bo is the captain. Bo is the honorary captain. Good to see him out there.
It was good to see him out there. Chris wants to come on the show, by the way.
I mean, he's got an open invite.
Yeah. But it's exciting, right? Like, we went up and down even through the season, and we came out with an overtime win. I'm all for it. I'm excited about Minnesota only because it's this week and it's like a big deal. I mean, I'm nervous because we're over the place. We're going there. But let's go upset them. There's no way we're favored.
Yes, we are. Wisconsin.
We are?
2-point favorite.
2 points? Was it basketball?
No, it's they're a 2-point favorite, and that is because Minnesota just got annihilated by Ohio State. And if you think about the latest common opponent, Wisconsin at least played Ohio State close-ish. They got their butts whipped up on, but it was we've seen guys posting on social media. There is an empty trophy case in the locker room where an axe is supposed to be. And you walk by it every single day. So everyone knows what this game means. Everyone feels the intensity, especially having lost it last year, having had a couple really tough losses in that game in the past couple of years. It was great. Oh yeah, that was the other good from the game. Seniors go out on a win, on senior day, seeing all those guys, made me happy, and so also made me happy. Just trying to read between the tea leaves a little bit. Ches Malusi not announced on senior day. Could come back for one more season. You never know.
I mean, he has to.
He doesn't have to. Doesn't have to do anything.
I guess he doesn't have to, but what his options are, he's got to put a healthy season in. If it's not here, it's got to be somewhere.
But that is if he wants to go through another rehab, right? At some point, we don't know. Maybe at some point his body is just telling him, like, can't keep doing this.
Yeah, maybe, but
I mean, his injury was brutal, dude. Like, that was tough.
True.
One.
But then what do you think? He
retires.
He's just retiring?
Yeah, he retires. I don't, again, no inside information whatsoever. I don't know anything. This is all reckless speculation.
Yes.
That being said, after enough knee injuries like that, this, Bernie, like, you can't reach the point where you need to be in order to cut at 100%. in order to, be up to speed at 100%, and in order to have confidence that your knee is going to hold out in, or your ankle, whatever, is going to be able to be up to the task when you're on the field.
Yeah, true. But you know what? Your window is your window.
Your window is your window.
You can only play football for so long. And in this offense that's based around a guy his type, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, if it's me and I'm giving advice, I'm saying as long as you want to play at Wisconsin, you should do that.
Yeah.
I think going to the pros is hard because maybe people know this or don't, but when you get injured a bunch, your stock drops dramatically. And he plays at an extremely high level, but still, he's not right now a top 3 round draft pick. And you're also just maybe potentially going to be a free agent. So like, if I'm giving, he wants to still play football, the best thing for him to do is do it at Wisconsin. They're going to give him the best medical attention. They're going to literally go out of their way to make him 100 whole again. And then he gets to do the offense that he is going to have a lot of success in.
He had early success in. I mean, he looked great.
Right.
So
it's all about those things. If he's like, listen, I'm done. I've had 5-6 injuries and I just really body's not up to it. No one's going to judge him for it. I think he's awesome. But believe me, I've had a number of injuries and it gets to the point where you're like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to get hurt anymore. It's not, I don't want to play football. It's, to get hurt. It's mentally exhausting and frustrating, but I really hope he comes back.
Yeah, of course we hope he comes back because he can, like he's proven, be very effective in this offense. So I think that is where we're going to finish up, unless you got anything else for us, Bernie, here on a little Monday morning fullback.
No, man, I just need a little Monday morning. I need a
Monday morning hair of the dog.
I did that on the airplane because I was dying. Coming home yesterday, I need like 6 naps and 5 good nights of sleep. And then maybe I'll be ready for Minnesota.
Well,
it's Thanksgiving. Great.
Well, I mean, you have plenty of naps then. Little tryptophan from the turkey.
Dude, there's no plenty of naps with a 2.5-year-old.
I wouldn't know.
I know, but there's no plenty of anything. It's plenty of running around. Plenty of don't drink too much. It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm an adult.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back later this week, I think with Warren Herring ahead of the holiday. And we hope everyone tuning in has a great Thanksgiving if you're in the States, and a safe travels. Enjoy time with your loved ones, and we appreciate you being here. Bernie, you're one of my loved ones. I appreciate you.
You are.
So we'll be back later this week.
Goal eligible, baby.
On Believe in Badgers, part of the Believe Network, presented by betonline.ag and Oak Bridge Wealth Management. Till next time, on Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin. The struggle's real.